What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for episode 9 on the Saturday night pregame. We got Joseph cracking a fresh Coors Light tonight. We got more liquor on this table than we probably ever need, but I'm excited.
Like every time.
Oh, yeah.
Joe also can't drink like normal.
Oh, we get little spills everywhere. Pat's got all the coasters out, and I got nothing on the coaster right now. Not a goddamn thing.
I have too much on the coaster right now.
Chris, how we doing today, bud?
I'm doing good.
For you fuckers.
No date? No.
I want to switch it up every once in a while, okay?
That. Joe, you looking very nice today. Looking dapper.
I was like, okay, I don't want to come off too dressy. I was like, I don't know what the level's going to be. So I was like, a nice sweater, do the hair.
Yeah, you look good. I'm not going to lie. I had the same vibe. I was like, you know what? We're not able to go out.
Yeah.
So you're not really getting dressed up, but I wanted to fucking get dressed up today. I just felt like, all right, this is the day.
Yeah, I was going to wear my Christmas sweater, and then Pierre's like, I'm going button down. I'm like, I can't look like a jackass.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean that would have looked nice. But I literally, when we were getting liquor, I was like, damn, Chris looking good today. Looking real good today. Pat, how you doing? You looking tight?
Live the dream, baby. Live the dream.
About to bust out of that shirt over there tight.
Look at them muscles, baby. Is that long underwear? Is that what you're going out with today?
Long John.
It's a long John?
It's the top half
of
the Long John.
Long John onesie.
We can't see it because nothing is going down. Yeah.
How do you use the washer?
And the flap's open right now.
That's awesome.
I never close the flaps, Peter.
Hey, listen, you got to be prepared.
Pat's flap is always open. You hear that?
Tell you, keep it breezy down there.
Pat likes easy access to the back door.
Easy.
Keep that back door unlocked.
Breezy.
No need a nut, Chris, baby. Just come on in.
Just come in.
Don't even need the nut. And we got a special guest.
Like a fresh apple pie in a window. You know?
Just
wafting out there. Just luring people in. Take a walk.
Everybody.
Smell it from miles.
Come on.
I do not need the...
smell like Pat Lynch is cooking.
I do not need the Dollar Shave Club ball spray. You know what I'm saying, guys?
I guess not. That's never going to be a sponsor. Thanks, Pat. And we got a special guest. The one, the only, the legend, the myth, Sexy Pepsi.
Who better to have?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I interrupted you. Say that one more time.
You're allowed for it.
Pat Lynch sucks.
Thank you, Pepsi.
Oh,
Thank you.
man. Pat Lynch getting no love tonight.
If there wasn't a better guest to be the first guest and to drop the first line, I think those are two of the best. That just carries through life.
And if you don't know who Sexy Pepsi is or his origin story, please go back to episode 1, which you can now get on all streaming sites. And you can be reached at we can be reached at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. Pat's still waiting for that first comment.
I also haven't looked at it at all, so.
Okay, so it might be
You're not missing much on there, Pat. Let me tell you what.
We're at
a lot of iTunes emails.
We're very active on the not enough on there.
Not the one we want.
Not the one we want. We are at the podcast S&P on Instagram, at the podcast S&P for Twitter. We're very active on Instagram and Twitter nowadays, trying to provide some content for you guys as we're all so bored in this stupid pandemic.
Dire time.
This is ridiculous. But, hey, some good news. The FDA approved the vaccine, Pfizer's vaccine.
Did you see that?
I would just have... Are you about to say what I think you're going to say?
I think I did.
Let's go. Okay, let's hear it.
Did you see the art? I didn't read the article, but I saw it in the Tribune where I think it was Trump or somebody in power was threatening to fire the head of the FDA.
God, this is what I hate.
Okay,
if they did give advanced approval.
He said you're going to get fired if you don't pass it.
Here's okay. So and
that sounds safe.
No, but here's the thing too is last night I rewatched Dallas Buyers Club, and that's an unbelievable movie. Mm-hmm. Matthew McConaughey. No, every 5 seconds, all I can say is, God, Matthew McConaughey is so thin. Matthew McConaughey is so thin. But what it really what the story or the plot of that movie, the story of the movie was that this poor guy gets AIDS, and he can't get the AIDS medication of the time, which was, I think it was called AZT, or it's something like that. But it was, but they were given it in such high quantities to these AIDS patients that it was actually hurting them. It was killing everything. So it was making them worse.
Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey couldn't get on it, but then he did get on it, and it was like he almost died. And so then he went to Mexico and a doctor in Mexico was like, hey, that shit's poison. And so he brought these vitamins, like they did this vitamin regimen and all this other stuff that was actually helping. So Matthew McConaughey started the Dallas Buyers Club to help these AIDS patients. And he got shut down by the FDA. And the FDA did this because the pharmacies were in their pocket.
So this makes a great point, because this is what I was arguing. Not arguing. I was talking to Sarah about this, and I was like, "There's a lot of people that are hesitant to take this vaccine."
Yeah.
And I told her, I go, listen, these are scientists producing this. I go, just like lawyers have a duty and like a mission to defend anyone, whether they're guilty or not. That is how scientists take their thing. And you got to think of it like that. They're not going to put something out that they know is going to kill someone. You want to be altruistic in that manner. And you want to be altruistic in that manner. And then you're like, so that made, at least for me, that made me comfortable. So I was like, if I have the opportunity to take the vaccine in this first round, I do it, because I know there's good people trying to do good things. And then you read this article and you're like, wait, why are they trying to push this in this way? But you make a great point.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's where, like, I'm not going to judge somebody who's nervous, because you know what? They want this to end. And they pushed a vaccine in record time.
Oh, I
know. And I get it. We're all part of this, and everybody wants to jump on it. But the FDA isn't. But look at some of the stuff like processed meat and some of the stuff that's in processed meat that's FDA approved, or the levels of like chlorine in our water. It's less than the amount of chlorine in pools in England.
Well, it's like
in Europe,
acceptable amounts of insects that you're allowed in like your peanut butter, your coffee. Like, it's like physically impossible to keep like stuff out of it. But like if you read the label, like if you looked up on the FDA's website what's acceptable, like you could have like 6 freaking flies or cockroaches ground up in your coffee.
This also talks to something else that I hope you guys are controversial. But I feel like we become too hyper aware of everything, and it's like a lot of people lived, like there's that old myth that people lived younger lives back in the day, and it's like, to a certain extent, that's the case, but that's because they didn't have medication. They didn't know how germs worked. Like, the human body hasn't
drug penicillin.
Yeah, the human body hasn't changed much between 0 and 2020, and its ability to fight things is just this introduction of stuff. And so there's a part of it where you get smarter and you're more aware, but it's also like, not everything's going to kill you. Not everything's the end of the world. If you stand in front of a microwave every day to look for your fucking hot pocket, you could still live to 100 and something. It doesn't mean you're going to die and get a tumor in your brain. So I feel like it's almost like at this point there's a level of overcorrection. It's like you think about parents raising their kids, and you hear grandparents, let them play in the mud, get dirty. Oh, yeah. And now it's like, don't do that, because it'll hurt you and it'll end up being worse.
Well, but I'm in the side of like, hey, like, why don't we? Well, here's the other thing: is we don't know the long-term effects of this.
I know, that's another thing.
That's scary. That's like the biggest scare for me is the long-term effects of what this could be, and there might be none, but there might be some. And am I going to go get a vaccine? That the only reason I'm getting the vaccine is I'm not scared for myself. I'm scared for my parents. I'm scared. So
I'm just scared for other people, like
other people. Yeah. So, like, and my parents might go get it. Like, that's fine because, like, all right, they're old enough to, like, they don't have to worry about 40 years from now when we're all growing fucking hands out of our toes or something. Like,
but I feel like that's a rare situation. Like
it is.
That guy, okay, like that old World War II veteran.
So, like, we're pushing. And you heard the article, like, Trump's like, you gotta get it out now. Like, instead of being like, okay, let's just do the mask. Let's stop with the BS shutdowns. Let's take some personal responsibilities. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. If you're susceptible for this type of disease, okay, then you can't go out. I'm sorry until we do have a study over a long-term effect.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's easier said than done.
Yes, so most people,
and I get it. Most people
they just want to end it. It's very controversial, but I think you have to have here's the other thing. You have to have a healthy, what do they say? Healthy
outlook?
No,
like COVID. I heard gives erectile dysfunction. That was the article I read.
I hear
Sorry,
you.
but keep telling me what you're talking about.
Like you can't just trust everything the government does. You have to have a healthy whatever, like
Skepticism.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah,
100% of things, and like I get it. So the vaccine, like we're going to be down the road with it, so we'll know if.
Also, you can't force what's like a vaccine.
I know someone that's getting the first round.
My mom will be one of the first people to get it.
It's the person I know is in the medical field. Yeah,
she'll be one of the first people to
I will not be one of the anywhere near the first ones because I'm not a medical worker. Yeah, and our age group is not going to be anytime soon.
But okay, but I'm happy that we're getting somewhere with it, and it's exciting to me that we're getting closer to this being over. I'm just not. I don't need to rush to kind of jump in. I'd love to see some studies for like I know we won't know for a long time.
Let's just inject sex Pepsi first and call it a day. See how it goes. Where
it's funny. Like here's the thing though, they're giving it. They're prioritizing people in health and in nursing homes and healthcare workers and stuff like that. And is that kind of not silly? You know what the life the lifespan.
You're trying to I think you're trying to inoculate the workers so they don't catch.
Yeah, no, workers should be number one.
The workers but I think the issue. Yeah. I think the issue.
No, what I'm saying is, wait, hold on one second. So it's going to be you're right. The healthcare workers and stuff. But they want to go to the next. They want to go to the nursing homes. You know what the lifespan of somebody who's living in a nursing home is?
5 years.
5 years? 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, when you're in the nursing dental, you're
why wouldn't you go to people who are not nursing homes? Like, I'm sorry, like go to the people, like the older people, like in their 70s.
Maybe they're seeing. Maybe you would go back to your, if there are side effects and it kills somebody, it's not a big deal.
There you go. Hey,
I just think that since they're in such tight quarters, it's a lot more spreadable there. Yeah. Just give them to the people and get it out of the way, especially because you got the workers in there and everything.
That could be too. The workers, you're trying to protect the workers, so you're spreading out to other people and their families.
Maybe Joe just stopped off with the Starbucks, and let me tell you what, this
is the second round I bought.
This looks very different than when you bought last week.
Yes, this is how it's supposed to look. I left the tray because my dog threw up when we were in line in Starbucks. So then I was running in getting napkins, and we drove back home so I could drop him off, and I forgot the Starbucks on the ground outside the car.
Oh,
yeah.
So I
was like, when I was in the Uber, I was like, oh, I forgot to put coffee, so I ordered it.
Jesus, Joe, I'm sorry. But you did have a good story about drinking. Benny's, yes. Oh, you went to talk to the guy about whiskeys?
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think right now I'm just trying to pick up, and this is in theme with as we do the podcast, we kind of bring one nice special beer, someone will bring something, and I didn't bring anything this week, so I was like, oh, I'll do that. And when I went to the guy, I just asked him, I said, hey, let me get something. I literally walked up to the guy, and he's like,
Pat Lynch says he don't like it.
Says okay.
I like it. But I walked up and I said, he asked me if I needed help, which is great, because I'm not going to ask anyone. And,
me either.
No, they're not shy about coming up and
which is great.
Yeah. I mean, I was walking and I was 3 hours away and the guy's in the beer section. Yo, you need some help? No, dude,
they are like that. It's so nice.
Because I don't talk to people. Yeah. I don't like people. Don't talk
to me. I'll come to you if I need help.
And this story only speaks better and more highly of him because the guy goes, hey, can I help you find anything? And I go, I need a special beer. And that's the direction.
And then he took Joe into the back room to show him the special beer.
Joe, you're like, where's that Pappy at? Where's that Pappy at? Where you hiding that motherfucker?
I go, I need a special beer. He goes, and I could see in his eyes, he's like, this guy's an idiot. He goes, he goes, okay, what does that mean? What do you mean? And I go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pick something that, it's a little higher quality than Coors Light, something a little more special, maybe something seasonal that you can only get this time of year that people like, kind of like Shandy in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Or some really good pumpkin beers in October. I said something Christmas themed. And that's how I ended up getting what I got here.
So what we're drinking right now is Great Lakes Brewing, their Christmas ale. Unfortunately, Joe got them warm. I'm the only one drinking one right now. Let me tell you what. I honestly like it. It's really nice. It's a porter? No, it's Christmas. Yeah, Christmas ale. Yeah. Well, is that its own? I was thinking. I'm trying to kind of get some of
their own type of beer.
Yeah. So it's
porter's normally a darker, got more of a coffee taste.
Like a Black Death
taste to it. No, the stout is Black Death.
Is this freezer?
Yes. Yeah, and it's let me tell you what, it's very smooth. It's got a nice nice spice to it. I like it a lot. And then also, me and Chris went to Vinny's as well on our own, and we got this Mississippi Mud Black and Tan.
We're going for that Vinny sponsorship, boys.
Yes, boys. It's a nice Pilsner. I thought it was really, really good.
It's a Pilsner / porter.
Yeah. So it's Black and Tan. So you're mixing a little bit of the heavy and the light, and it's got a nice sweet to it. I definitely recommend it. You get a nice little mug for $5.
I saw this in the store today.
Yeah.
I thought it was some sort of whiskey or something. It was like a shelf end kind of like display thing.
Really?
I legit thought it was a liquor of some sort. That's the bottle, especially because it's like a moonshine jug design.
So we went to Vinny's actually for Sexy Pepsi did an internship with one of Chris and Pat's old and Joe's old bosses.
Oh yeah!
And he wanted to give a nice bottle of wine, and we're just looking around like fucking aimlessly in the wine section. And
they're looking like jabronis. Literally, what I do when I go and buy wine is I either find a funny label or a good name, something I like. I don't know anything about wine.
Okay, so we wanted to actually get something that Dave might like. And
there's no line in my choice is probably
logic. We're trying to get something good. All right,
your logic was sound. Mine is not. I don't care if it tastes good or not.
I love your logic though.
I came up right away, but then that did find that criminal wine, and that's really good stuff.
I saw a bunch of them. Really I saw them. They're all on the bottom shelf, and they had a big end cap. They're all on sale there. So.
Yes, the guy came up and was super nice and got us a nice Italian. You know what I love though is they I feel like
he looked at Pierre like he was an ape. Pierre's like,
oh yeah, he was like,
Pierre's guys like from England, and the guy's like, there's no English wine.
I was like, I knew that, but I didn't know how to like. That's all I know about the guy. I didn't never worked with him.
That's funny.
And then so we're
I know he drinks Bailey's.
Okay, I didn't know that. Because we could have got a pot of coffee and some Bailey's right now. Let me tell you what.
He does love his coffee.
Yeah, that would have been the way to go.
Well, he'll have a nice glass of wine with us tonight.
Oh yeah.
But as I was saying, is
I'm not sure. There's probably
we can just bring one with us.
I'm sure there is because the guy who owns that place is like always wine. So I'm sure.
We should regale some stories of the great
Dave Collis.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have the best, but the only story I know, and Pat probably could say this a million times, but Joe got like a $50 haircut.
Oh,
Dave came in.
The haircut did not turn out how Joe probably planned.
So here's just to give some context to this. I was getting a haircut at a new place, and my old hair cutter person stopped working.
Barber.
Yeah, barber stopped working at their place, and they were gone. Out of nowhere.
There was a lady who went to California, right?
I think so, yeah. I found out.
Let me tell you what, Joe has out of the group. A has the most hair, B has the best hair, and usually has the best style.
So I was going for some, like, kind of Mad Men-esque haircut.
He was going for the Wolverine look.
No, I mean, like a very,
whatever.
Very,
Coif.
Yeah. And I went to the
haircut.
haircut.
In your head, Chris.
And it looked a lot more Macklemore. It was like shaved head, like completely shaved on the sides. And then the line wasn't even like at the corner of your head.
Oh,
and
so
your hairline. It was like up somewhere in my forehead. And so I had like 3/4 of a haircut on the top of my head.
Also, we had a conversation the day before about how much your haircut cost.
Yes, yeah.
And where you were going for this haircut in the office.
And so I come in knowing this is not a good look. And I'm the first desk when you walk into the office. So Pat comes in very, very... This is one of the few times, Pat, I've ever seen Pat have a heart. And he looked at me, and I could see it in his eyes, and he's like...
Too easy.
I don't need to say
Too easy.
We know, and I'm sure he's heard it.
You know it's bad. I know it's bad.
Morning, Joe. Goes on his way. A couple other people come in. Whoa. Dave Collins comes in. He stops dead in his tracks, and he goes, so that's what a $50 haircut looks like, huh? And Pat is cackling from his office. You just hear Pat start laughing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, I can't be mad. I can't be mad. I can't be sad.
Going in for the Mad Men, it's a Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then he walks in our office, he's like, $50. Do you believe that shit?
Well,
not gonna lie, my favorite Dave story. I'm there for like a month working. We're working on Sundays, doing work, trying to get the books caught up, trying to do 1099s. We get in, it's like 11 o'clock. And all of a sudden, I look over, and Dave's just like a rocket. He's sleeping. And he just like, when he sleeps, he kind of rocks. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this guy, and he is just really got a sway on. And I mean, he came like centimeters from just headbutting the desk. And I'm like, oh God, this 68-year-old guy is going to headbutt his desk and die, and I'm going to be in charge, and this is not what we need. Pat Lynch used to have a whistle.
I had a whistle that Pat Lynch had a playbook of moves to wake up Dave Collison. Just let's go through some of them because they are fantastic.
So, yeah, Dave is notorious for just falling asleep at any point.
He's almost like narcoleptic. Really,
yeah.
That's what he's like.
We went to a conference together, and Patrick, Sexy Pepsi, his only job at the conference was anytime Dave went to sleep, Pat had to nudge him a little bit nicely because Dave was a little bit of a snore too, so he had to give him a little to the right.
But to his defense, he'll sleep through anything. He always gets his work done, and a very intelligent man. Really knows his
Well, yeah, he was an intelligent man. He knew how to get his work done.
Yep.
Give it to the bitch.
Yep.
Give it to a fluffer, which was Pat Lynch.
So I used to wake him up. I had a whistle that I wake him up with. I would I would send shit to the printer that was right next to his head that would go and wake him up.
That was one of my favorite that I heard about.
That's good.
Setting off the printer.
That's a good
one. I would throw things that would hit like the back of his head, so he'd kind of like, you can't see us obviously, but he would have his hands kind of like behind his head, and so when it hit his hand, he kind of like flop his thing forward and knock his glasses off. That was kind of a good one.
Jesus.
I would call him on a cell. I would call him on a cell phone or his desk phone.
The desk phones were the best because you just have to call the extension. That would wake anybody up.
And then he'd be like, and he'd look at it and he'd be like, "Fuck you."
He'd go like this. I love this. Patrick, fuck you.
You got the Dave Collisisms. Half is a fuck all.
Oh yeah,
hey, versus divorce.
Oh, the best is that divorce story. Where
his buddies in a marriage
counseling. Yep.
And they're going through. His wife starts. The doctor's like, tell me some issues you have in the marriage, blah blah blah. And the guy said he's like sitting there on the couch, and like the sun's kind of coming through like just at like the right angle, and he sort of dozes off a little bit in the middle of his wife going about all the things he has wrong. And when he wakes up, his wife's like, "You see this? You see this?" The doctor's like, Gene, what's wrong with this? And he's like, "Doc, I've already seen this movie before. I know how it ends."
Good one was when Dave would go into his he'd go to his ex-wife's house. He'd walk in, and be like, "Half this shit, all this shit's mine."
What should I buy?
Yeah, all this shit. All this shit. You got the 3 greatest lies in
yes.
The check's in the mail.
Yep.
I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Yep. That was on a podcast or on a seminar I had to listen to for CPA. He's like, if you ever hear, the biggest lie is from the government is, "I'm from the government. I'm here to help." That's a big ass lie. And then, "I promise I won't come in your mouth." Those are 3 greatest lies. And
makes the left turn so quick.
Oh, that yeah,
so quick.
Here's the thing that you're not getting from us telling you stories. Dave's a 70-year-old man who's got who's been divorced twice. He's been divorced twice, so he's a little bitter.
Yeah.
And he has the softest English accent you'll ever hear, and it's amazing.
And fantastic teeth.
Yes.
He always said, he goes,
"That's because he's got like a car's worth of dental work in his
That's exactly what he says. He goes, "I have a car's worth of dental mouth done in my mouth. I could have bought a BMW for the amount of money I paid."
He didn't pay that much because the guy that does his teeth is one of his old clients, so he's got a severe discount on those.
But fantastic smile.
Talking about old people, I want to show you guys something real quick. I've been excited to show you guys this since I saw it earlier today. Or not earlier today, earlier this week. But our buddy, Rudy Giuliani, is amazing. And he did something in court that I think we all need to see. Oh my God, is it hilarious? And this brings up a whole topic.
I've been watching clips of him because he's gotten COVID.
Oh, I must have.
Like you. They don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth. Oh, witness. Just like you.
Bro, shit his pants?
Just like you.
Let's do this one more time.
Just like you. They don't want to know the truth. Well, you probably know the truth. Oh, witness. Just just like you.
Was that like? That seems kind of like fake.
No,
No, it was real. But
So
here's
if
the
you
thing.
can't, if you can't hear, oh,
What is he gonna mic up his ass? Like Jesus.
No, like, that's
It was a very
that's
long.
how loud.
That's
Did you
yeah.
see her eyes?
Yeah.
So
It
if
was
you
like,
go to
whoa.
YouTube, so here, really quickly to set the stage,
Go just get some link out on the.
is we, yeah, we'll
You
definitely
can Google
yeah.
YouTube.
Yes.
Rudy Giuliani fart. It's gonna be the first thing that pops up. All you have to do is Google Rudy Giuliani right now, and it's probably
Right.
up there.
And so Rudy was in this farce of
I mushed those words so bad. That's just water.
That is just
so Rudy was in a
I almost. You saw me reach for it.
Rudy was in court trying to defend Trump's whatever bullshit, and he farts really, really loudly. And you look at the lady next to him, and he's talking. She's like so fierce, and then she's like, "Oh my god!"
You know,
and
it's,
dude,
This guy.
you know, it's impressive though. He didn't even stop talking. He's kind
no.
of
So here's the thing. So that's why I brought this up. Is there? When I watch this, there's a wormhole of old men farting and talking. So like Larry King is notorious for farting in his interviews. There's one of this guy. He's talking da 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 da, and the guy's like you can see his
Think
face
about
is
the
so bad.
vibes men drop in their lifetime. At that age, your asshole is loose. It's just slipping
That's
out.
what it is.
I
Yeah.
just think
slipping out.
when I think Larry King, I always think of the Tom Segura thing where he's like having a stroke.
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
Wahlberg.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Mark Wahlberg. I know this guy. Yeah, I know him. I've talked to him before.
So do we want to start? We want to drop some whiskey? To
Number 7.
oh, you want to do number 7? Okay, let's. Number 7 is these guys actually hit us up on Instagram.
Who hit us up, Chris? What's
Yeah, and
Give me a second.
shot glass for it.
it's over there?
I did. I took a sip.
Number
It's
7
number one.
is the Glen. I'm going to butcher this name. It's the Glen Alachi 12-year-old single malt Scott whiskey.
Scott Whiskey.
Scott whiskey. I got the Alache caught in my throat there. But
Hilachi?
They hit us up on Instagram?
yeah, right here.
So they sent us a
The
comment.
Glen Alachi's like, we hope you enjoyed your dram. Cheers.
Wow, that's really cool. Then.
Yeah, so we decided, we want to reply to them. So we were like, well,
We will also take more whiskey if you want to sign it to us.
thanks, Pat. That's something that they're out there. Joe, you want to pass me about them?
Oh yeah, thank you.
And Pat, you want to
Pepsi.
real quick?
Pay attention here.
So we got a
You're
lot
on the podcast for your good looks.
We don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, baby.
Oh, that was a solid pour for Chris.
Oh, you got the rest of it, baby boy.
It is yours. So.
Baby.
Well, you gotta give it a sniff test. It smells pretty good.
It's going to put some...
I do like the smell of this.
Here, I
This is probably. I love the smell. Which
Joe's
means
is probably like 3/4 water.
the-
No, you drink his water.
I drank my water.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That is really nice, actually. Not just to shut that out there for them, but I thought that was really good.
I like how smoky and woody that is.
But it's not like it's not like a big
It doesn't
hit to your
have
face.
that bite that I
Yes,
was
that's it.
waiting for.
Exactly the bite.
It hits you so smoky, you're waiting for that sting.
It's very smoky at
and
the
it's
end.
not.
The end is
Yeah.
kinda smoky.
But you like Joe's saying,
I
you're
was
waiting for that
waiting
bite.
for that
Yeah.
sting at the
Now
end.
they don't like punch
I was
in the
like,
gut.
wow, this is so smoky.
That punch in the chest.
You know the only time I
It's
had
pretty
something
smooth.
like this?
Smooth, yeah, it's very smooth.
The only time I had something like this
I like it.
was when
I do
It's
too.
got a nice little butterscotch and honey taste to it.
I think we need to definitely.
We may have to get a
Yeah.
bottle of this.
We might have to get a bottle of
And
that.
I'm not the biggest Scotch guy in the world, but I like that a lot, actually.
The only time I had something like this ever was I was at a bar with Brian somewhere downtown. It was like a hotel bar, but
Okay.
they would do themes, so a lot of people just came there even if you weren't going to the hotel. And they had this really intense setup where they made some sort of scotch and then they burned wood in it so that it would infuse. So it was a real smoky, heavy, woody
Sounds like some real
taste.
pretentious shit.
You know what? It's like it probably is, but it's cool to
But I'm
experience.
sure it's a
And
great,
that's
it's a
yeah.
cool experience.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
Tell me what
this
to do
is
once,
like because it is so in your mouth in that moment.
The only Scotch. The only reason I have a bad taste with Scotch is the one time we did a whiskey tasting at the bar, and
Oh,
the
yeah, we did the Scotch. Yeah.
and the last one was Scotch, and I for me when I was
Is this-
hungover the next day,
Was I there for that?
Yeah, you came late.
I came late.
Yeah, yeah.
Was this it? Is it called Fountainhead?
Yes, I think it was.
I believe that's
Yeah, I drive by that so much.
Yes.
It's over on at the corner of Montrose and Damon.
Something, yeah.
But
Like
I was so hungover the next.
there.
I was so hungover the next day, and I always believed it was a Scotch.
Oh, you think so?
Yep. Chris, you want to do? Why don't we do?
Could have been the 30 course lights yet also, but you know.
It was a whole night of drinking. Yeah.
What number you got?
Actually, that brings up a good point. We're trying No Days Wasted. It's a vitamin pack that is supposed to help with hangovers for the next day.
I had a question because somebody. Did you take this previously?
No. What the No Days Wasted? Today was the night.
Pat Lynch found some like weird thing one time that we tried, and it was not.
We tried a few things.
It looked like a 5-hour vitamin shot thing, and it was useless.
Yeah.
Or if it worked, I don't want to know how bad I would have been hungover without it.
Yeah, that is a very great point.
But so it's called No Days Wasted. We're not sponsored or anything like that. We'll let you guys know, of course, next week on the podcast.
Maybe I would have died. I don't know.
Yeah. So hopefully,
felt like I was dying the next morning.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one.
What number you got?
I got number 2, friend.
Number 2 is the Italian whiskey.
Yes.
It is called Puni Vina. It's an Italian malt whiskey. You're going to get notes of walnuts, orange zest, honey, figs, golden raisins, cake, and dried fruit. It's also a little bit spicy and sweet.
It's a lot of fruit.
Yeah, this is the one Pierre really.
Yeah, that's the one I really wanted to try. All right.
My glasses farted there. It was weird. The ice dropped out.
Rudy Giuliani did try to cover it up with his
Pat kind of looks like Rudy at this point.
I have significantly.
That guy has had it so rough. You know what though? He was at the top of a mountain.
Yes,
think about post 9/11.
Yeah.
He pulled that city together.
He took the mob down.
Yes,
he was exactly what that city needed. He was fantastic.
Well, he was a terrible mayor. 100% terrible mayor. 9/11 saved him.
Well, depends on what race you were. It might be more what
okay, so you know what? Now, so I'm talking out of my ass because all I've ever heard
he started the stop and frisk stuff in New York.
He started or stopped?
Yeah, started it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so that had some different effects.
All right.
Well, I heard he was a bad mayor, but before that he cleaned up New York as a prosecutor. Cleaned up New York.
He took the mobs out. That's for sure. That's legit. He did that.
I can definitely smell the cake.
And now we're watching
the raisins in this one.
Now we're watching him. His hair drip.
Yeah.
He's got. But I think I saw him one time. He's getting paid like so much money by Trump. It's ridiculous. I would probably do the same shit if I was in his position.
It's kind of scary, some of the stuff they're starting to find, and Trump is being definitely investigated hard right now. But some of the stuff that they're finding out that they did, I 5 years from now, it's going to be so interesting when they do a look into his presidency.
I don't like
the beer or the whiskey.
The whiskey.
I like the first one.
Are you saying you like that a lot?
I did like it, but I find it dangerous because it doesn't have much of a burn or bite to it.
Yeah,
and I feel like you could sip on that all day and not.
I'm not a fan of it.
Really?
I like it a lot too. I like it. It's got that nice sweetness to it.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I don't like is the sweetness.
It's a little plummish.
It drew me for a complete loop.
Fig. It's got you definitely get the fig coming from that.
Something at the end there I don't like that much.
I like that it's not hot, and I like that you get that.
I like the fact that it's different from a lot of other whiskeys.
It is different for sure.
Okay, and then the last one. Do you want to do the last one?
Yeah,
and then we'll go. We'll save Uncle Near's for a little bit later in the podcast once we all kind of taken a little.
Number 10 is 3 Fingers High, 12-year-old Canadian whiskey,
and that's 3 Fingers High. And if you don't know what 3 fingers are,
I got a finger for you.
But how they used to do with whiskey is how many fingers you want. And it's usually 2-finger pour, 3-finger pour, and 3-finger whiskey.
I was thinking something completely different with the fingers, but okay.
You're going to get black pepper, caramel, vanilla, apple, chocolate, cinnamon, and nutmeg in this one.
Okay, all right. Don't bring it to the table, I guess. Here we go with the nice Pepsi. Get off the fucking phone. You're supposed to be a part of a podcast. And I need some water too, Pepsi. You know what? Maybe we just make Pepsi a little bitch on the podcast. Our water guy, our beer guy.
Fuck us.
Water boy.
Pepsi.
Gatorade.
Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, Pepsi was the one. Pepsi.
Wait, what?
You can spoil the news for everybody.
Yeah, but let us know.
About Adam Sandler and his movies.
Are they gonna do a Raging Cages version of the Waterboy?
No, they're coming up with a
Waterboy 2, right, Pepsi? And what was the other one?
Where he's run out of ideas for movies.
I thought it was Billy Madison, right?
Yes, it is Billy Madison.
I watched that movie the other day. It wasn't as good as I remember it being.
Billy Madison?
Billy Madison.
It's good, but I like his other ones more.
Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie Magazine Day.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
It's Nudie Magazine Day!
I just think I like Happy Gilmore much more than that one, I realized.
Happy? No. Oh, no.
Did you like?
I don't know.
Did you watch?
I do like Happy Gilmore.
I watched like half of it. I couldn't take it.
I heard that's supposed to be a lot like Happy Gilmore.
No, it's not like Happy Gilmore.
I thought
the part I watched was not like Happy Gilmore.
Well, they had I heard they had a lot of throwbacks.
I mean, let's be honest. When you're talking about Adam Sandler movies, you're not talking about like Academy Award.
Are you sure they're not talking? Because I thought he had more of an accent like Waterboy.
I thought it was more like Little Nicky accent.
Dude, that's. I feel like that's his underrated movie.
That movie is great.
I don't care.
It's on Netflix. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
It is?
It's so good. On Netflix?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
That may legitimately be my favorite.
You got the kicker from the replacements in there.
I'm not saying that I don't like.
Yeah,
Yes,
for the devil.
yes.
I'm not saying,
And Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I don't like Little, but I
And
don't
Hitler
like.
in a maid outfit.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I don't like Billy Madison.
You got the Fonz, Henry Winkler in it.
I just remembered it
Yes,
being better than it was.
That's not bad either. Canada has a decent whiskey.
Did they give me like the shit Flaviar package and you got like a decent one? Like what the fuck?
This is not bad.
The ones all three I got were pretty much talk shit.
No, they literally give you whiskeys from around the world. That's all I'm doing.
Are you guys both in the same group?
No, because I remember the
he has
tried before.
He has the membership, so I think he gets like whiskey every 3 months, every 2 months, or something like that.
Yeah.
And mine's just an advent calendar where
So
But they're both from the same company.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is just to give them a shout out because they've liked all our posts. Is Flavor
Flaviar.
FLAVIAR. If you're looking just for some random, or next year if you want to do an advent calendar whiskey.
So I got you know how the Google phones, like you go to the left and you get all those articles.
Yeah.
This came up and it's like buy an advent calendar, and I'm like, I looked at it and it's like get whiskeys from around the world.
It's on episode 1 because we talked about this.
Well, that's
Or they want to count my membership. I'm cool with that too.
Well, no, whatever. But since I seen
it's
this
all about the
Flaviar-
comp today.
since I heard about it, was about the time I started doing like Christmas shopping, and I was going
another great
online
segment I wanna go into.
and looking for like stuff, and that Flaviar stuff was coming up a lot, so it must be really popular.
It's starting to get there.
It's a great website, great company. I mean, like this is great because like I wouldn't go out and buy half.
I mean, the problem is when you buy
Yeah.
is when you buy
You
the
don't
full
want
bottle.
What's nice is the
You're spending
delivery
like
system.
$40,
It's a very
$50 on a
small
bottle.
amount that's measured and shareable.
And you can taste stuff and you can figure out what you like and what you don't
Yep.
like. And so far, pretty much everything we've gotten, I think we've liked.
There was one last week I wasn't the biggest fan.
Except for the
These three.
I don't think the
all
the
the
first
past
Irish
ones
was
were kind of hard.
All past were terrible.
They were like the Irish whiskey.
that Irish
They're a little
whiskey
rough.
that
Little
What
rough.
was I going to say? Actually, Chris,
Christmas?
yeah. So Chris, how are you doing with your Christmas shopping?
I'm pretty much almost done. We got
Yeah.
a few more. I think we got like a few odds and ends, and then Peter got really pissed off when he heard how much I spent on him this
Yeah, let's not talk
today.
about that. Joe, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm not sure yet. I got like
That's where I'm at too.
because I got my girlfriend. I got my parents. Still working on my sister. Still kind of working on you guys. Like I've got stuff. I'm thinking.
I'm waiting
like,
for one goddamn
something-
thing to come through.
Okay, we're gonna have to push our Christmas gift exchange a little bit closer to end of the year.
That's totally fine with me
Yeah.
because there's certain stuff I
Not a
want
goddamn
to
chance.
get, and
If I get my stuff in,
it's
I'm giving
not-
it to you.
No,
it's
no, no,
not
no,
gonna
it's
be-
not-
No, I gotta beat you.
No,
I gotta beat you because the one thing I have for you for this, you keep fucking bringing up, and I'm not gonna lose out on this.
We'll
So I'm gonna beat you out. Like even if I don't get the one gift, I'm giving you your
we'll
other gift.
talk about it.
Yeah, no, we're doing it.
What was I gonna say?
I don't give a shit.
Pat, we already know you're done.
Yeah, if my mom's gift gets here on time, which hasn't shipped yet, which let's be here last 2 days ago.
The fucking goddamn everything's like printed out.
I
Like,
bought it a month ago.
I have shipping labels that are printed out, and they're just like, that's it. They print out the shipping label. They haven't done anything else. And I
You
can't
gotta
get any
give these
other
poor
updates.
people. Like, you know what? I've read an article that.
Oh man, a month ago.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It was the middle of November.
I read an article that UPS, like some of these shipping delivery people, have not the actual drivers. They're just so overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be so hard.
They're just throwing packages.
Dude, there was an article of like 9 or 10 FedEx packages that were just tossed in the trash here in Chicago.
Yeah, because they can't.
I read an article the other day about like CTA workers. Like, there's a huge percentage that's gotten huge percentage have gotten COVID.
Ooh, what?
Like CTA, like the CTA workers of like a huge percentage of these had COVID at least once.
Oh wow!
I feel so bad. Like in the morning, sometimes when me and Pierre are like going to the gym, you'll look at some of these buses and you got like nobody on them, or you got like 5 people on them,
and they're just the most unhealthy people.
Yeah.
No offense to any bus drivers that hopefully will listen to us, but a lot of you, like, you just look at some of these bus drivers and you're like, this is the
well, it
worst
sucks because
situation.
you're sitting like your whole entire thing is sitting and driving a fucking car the whole entire day.
I mean, if you have to take a bathroom break, it's a big deal and a big inconvenience. So you're
a
kind
lot
of
of them
forced not to do it. It's a very difficult job.
Well, like JP's got, like Jefferson Park's got like a place.
Yeah, but how often you
all of those have those.
Well, I mean, depending where your route goes, you might stop there all the time.
No, well,
yeah, but
once
some people have that opportunity, some people don't. Though.
But I mean, even what I'm saying is like, but that's like one. You start there, or maybe it's your middle, but you're only going there once.
Hey,
there's one person.
You have to plan your bathroom like to a T. You really do, or you just hold
it. You said what's that thing that's called?
The bladder cat or something. Yeah, no, it's like the Stadium Pal.
Yeah.
Gotta
get one of those, baby.
I'm sure they do because that would be terrible.
Hard, it doesn't work. It's like I would work one way, but it's better than nothing.
Theo Vaughn was listening to. He had a trucker, a lady on there. And,
I was listening to that one,
and she was a very interesting lady. But like the bathroom situation, it's like, good lord.
Could you just over to the side of the road though, like in the middle of nowhere, just like.
No, because you got to stop the truck and starting the truck takes a long time. So,
yeah, but she literally she has they have like the little like fucking driver like things that like let you know like when you stopped and how long you stopped for and shit like that.
Measures your
but for them when they had to go pee and they're driving tandem drivers, you just pee in a cup and then you just when you get the opportunity
you throw it out the window.
Yeah. Forget that. That's like I appreciate all the truck drivers.
It's a hard living, man.
Yeah, forget that noise. I mean, ice road truckers watching that,
like long distance truckers. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's true.
Ice road.
Yes, not like the truckers used to get really well, but used to get paid really well.
Not anymore.
But no, because they came up and busted the unions.
Game.
Yeah,
what'll be interesting to see is like
a penny, which is why they can't even start and stop. Because you're losing like
what would make it a lot different is if they allow them to, if they in the future, like I know they're trying to develop like the electric, they can do electric cabs and electric engines. And those will make a big difference for those trucks.
Yeah, or
also automation,
but it might not.
That's the scariest part. That's their biggest fear is we have so many truck drivers and autonomous driving will put all those people.
But I doubt
they're putting out autonomous driving cars in San Francisco right now.
They you know what? I've heard a lot of this, and with the autonomous cars, is we're still a very long time away from that. Because
it just came out. It just came out a couple of weeks ago that if they were to flash a stop sign on a billboard for a fraction of a second,
it would be
all Tesla cars would stop immediately on the road.
I also like driving. Like I enjoy driving.
That's not that we're not talking like you can like driving, but what they're trying to do is make it so that like for transportation, and then they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to what they want to do is your car is an asset that sits on the street for 100%. What 90% of the day for you, or in your garage 90% of the day.
Most part.
So you just it's wasting. What if you had an autonomous car? You can let that car go out and pick up and drive people around.
You guys should do that. You guys should rent your car out now, if you want to.
No chance. But then it's like that. What's that movie where?
iRobot.
No. It's the detective movie with Will Ferrell and
iRobot. Will Smith.
No, not
wait.
Will Ferrell and
Sherlock Holmes
and
the other guys.
The other guys where his car got like. Wow, that was such a bad way to get around to that.
Big Mike and the Boys, or whatever. Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Doesn't know. It's thanks for the Hump Palace.
Gated no play.
Thanks for the Hump Palace, guys.
That is my favorite movie to watch when I'm drunk.
I love when Samuel Jackson and I remember the first time watching the movie, Samuel Jackson and The Rock jump off the building.
They just
where are they gonna go? Like there's nothing there. And it's just like splat. I'm like,
we're gonna do it. And then it's like the most epic thing, and then they're dead.
It's like aim for the bush, guys. Like what?
Yeah, I mean Samuel L. Jackson in The Bodyguard, and when he falls down there, I Every time I watch it, I must be okay. It's laughing so hard.
Dude, that
It's
movie's so
ridiculous.
good. I can't wait for the sequel.
Oh, I know. Oh, is it going to be good?
Dude, Warner Brothers
Dude, Ryan
is
Reynolds
putting out
and anything.
every
Amazing.
movie on HBO
Oh, yeah, I
Max
feel
this
bad.
year.
No, only for a month though.
What?
It's only.
Yeah, only for a month.
Wait,
but
what's
still,
on HBO?
So
Wait,
had Pets Place.
Wait, what's on HBO Max?
Starting-
Because I have it on my fucking TV for once in my life.
It's starting with Wonder Woman, the first one, the new Wonder Woman sequel. Like they're gonna put it in theaters
So
and on
that's the
HBO
first one?
Max for 30 days.
Well, I don't care about the Wonder Woman.
No,
But all the movies all the new
Oh,
releases,
shut the
they're
fuck
gonna for next
up,
year.
Matt. I'm trying to tell
I
him.
just said this.
Please.
No, you're giving a very bad explanation.
No, no, that's
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Warner
I'm listening to you, Joe.
Every single Warner Brothers movie this year, whether it's DC or otherwise, is being released on HBO Max for a month.
For a month.
So they're not putting it to
So
theaters.
No, it's going
This
to
is-
and both. It's going both.
Well,
Hey, Lynch,
okay.
will you let the man finish? Goddamn.
Why you do
Yes,
that?
he is
Why you do
technically
that?
right. It is going to theaters, but because
Mr. Ashton will be there.
because
He's on his way.
but because of the COVID situation, this is the first studio to do this in history.
Okay.
Like, put every single movie streaming online and not put it in theaters. And it is dividing a lot of people.
Well, a lot of it, they had I read an article that they
So
had
what's
to.
the best movie that's coming out that I would like?
There's Matrix 4, there's Wonder Woman 2, there's anything Wonder Woman.
I don't
did
care
the
about
first
the Matrix 4 because I haven't seen the first 3 Matrix. I haven't seen the first Wonder Woman.
Hocus Pocus 2.
Don't care.
Is that really
Is
coming
that a real
out?
thing?
It's coming out next
Joe,
year.
can you give me
We're
something?
talking about you stupid son.
But the thing,
Zesty Pepsi with the solid chiming.
We're the dumbest chime in on the podcast
Solid.
so far.
so
Stop.
what actors are complaining about, and what I
Thanks
read,
for listening, Patrick.
what actors are complaining about is that like a lot of times you get an upfront paycheck for your X movie, and then you get a back end on the box office too. So obviously COVID's fucking that in general, but
This fucking everything.
But this is also going to fuck that even more because people who might consider going to theaters to get their thing down the road, they're going to.
Well,
not get it.
AMC's getting really
Joe,
good.
tell me we're getting planes, trains, and
So like
automobiles.
Wonder Woman, they had to pay the lady in Wonder Woman like $10 million extra up front as a result of releasing the movie, not only in HBO.
Also, I want to say, Joe, this is a solid cup of coffee.
Dude, I love it because it's the coffee and it's just like a little bit of syrup and some like nice. It's almost like an Irish coffee in terms of flavor.
I mean, my highlight of
All right,
fucking
here we
HBO
go.
Max
Here's-
right now
here's
is literally getting Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
the
new Tom and Jerry
Did you
movie?
watch the Heaven's Gate thing?
I've seen some stuff on the new Tom and
I'm
Jerry.
just
I don't
saying-
know about
Wait,
that.
Tom and Jerry?
The new Tom
Yeah.
and Jerry movie's going to be on there.
What's Tom and Jerry, by the way?
The Cat and Mouse
Oh, okay.
cartoon.
All right,
yes.
all right.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Don't care.
The Conjuring.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know what this is.
All
The
right,
new
great.
Space Jam movie.
Who cares?
Okay, they may have a chance.
I would
They
watch
may have a
it.
chance.
Dude,
I'm not a
that was
big
a
LeBron
huge-
James fan, but I may watch just
The
for
first Matrix I watched on this long. It is basically a big commercial.
Suicide Squad and Dune. I don't
Okay,
know if anybody
Suicide
was-
Squad. Me and Joe are gonna go see it together because we
Mortal
saw the first one.
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Is that a remake or is it new?
This is new.
They're all remakes.
All new. I mean, it's like a whole new reboot.
I like that.
Thing.
I like the idea because I like the first Mortal Kombat. It came out back in the 90s. Yeah.
I think.
Are they bringing back the song?
Did you?
They're bringing back
Probably.
the
They're
techno song.
probably.
They're not
going
bad
to.
at techno song.
But did you see the YouTube stuff that came out a couple of years ago with all the Mortal Kombat stuff?
No.
Okay, I'm guessing it's going to be something like that, a little more. And then some Clint Eastwood movie.
He's still making movies, dude.
Yeah.
Is he
He's like
in it?
90.
He's in it, it looks like, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wow. All right, well,
But this is just a couple I mean, it's the first studio to do this ever.
Well, what's it called? Didn't
Intentional.
Universal try to do it, and they got huge backlash from AMC? They will never put one of your movies in the
yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they said we'll never-
you gotta
yeah.
really feel bad for. I mean, everybody's
It hurts.
hurting.
I mean, this is
It's
changing
killing
so much, man.
They're
It's
huge.
killing
I think eventually people will still want to go back to movies.
I would like.
I haven't seen a movie go to a movie since we went to a movie, whatever that movie was last.
The Bodyguard.
Yeah, but nobody people go to movies a lot. I think that will still be a thing for people to do when they go out, especially like teenagers.
I want to go.
Yeah.
We do our Christmas tradition is we'll do a big breakfast, and then we go see a Christmas movie, and then we do open gifts at night.
Mhm.
And this year, like, I would love to go see a movie.
Well, I guess you
It was
can
weird
see
not
Wonder
seeing-
Woman on HBO Max, Peter.
No, we're gonna see the Fat Man.
No, I want to see. That's out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
got
saying for it.
Shit reviews, but
Well, we're gonna watch it.
I cannot wait.
I see advertising all the time for that freaky movie. I think my Amazon's listening to you guys.
I'm gonna watch that. I almost watched that last night.
We have to finish Big Mouth, bud.
I know.
We do.
I think you're trying to start the new season.
Well, terrific.
La di da.
All right, cool. My place next weekend?
No,
Yeah.
or tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We
And you can just go home and kiss ass.
Here we go. We need to try Uncle Nearest, and I want Chris to give a little bit of a synopsis of who Uncle Nearest is. I think this is very important because I'm not the biggest fan of who he worked with, but I've heard very good things of this whiskey. It's a premium. It's not the 18 whatever that we're trying to get, but
The 1820, which is a very rare thing to get because like they only improve like 1 out of like 100.
oh, that smells good too, boys. That smells real
It's a
good.
real hard like thing to get, and like they don't release it all at once and everything.
So I'm going to
put
put
ourselves
ourselves
out
out
there
full
for it.
shot. Well,
Okay. Yeah. No.
You can do whatever you want to do.
I don't
real whiny like.
I don't know.
We're gonna go
what,
small. We're gonna go small.
I don't know what that
We'll give him
meant.
small. He was a little, that was the whiny part.
So Uncle Nearest was back in the 1800s was a slave, and he was working.
Jim Beam, right? Or
No. No, so
Sorry.
he was working.
Is that his actual name?
No, his name was Nathan Green, but they all
Okay, I
called
was
him
wrong.
Uncle Nearest. But like he was a slave, but he was working in a distillery and he was making whiskey for some white guy. And after there was this guy.
So he worked with. Okay, so we'll make.
So
this
I'm
quick.
trying to.
We'll make this
Jasper Daniels. He was a poor white guy, and he was looking for work. And so the guy that was the slave owner, and none of this is politically correct in this time, took on Jasper Real to give him work and everything. But he took a real interest in what Nathan Green, Uncle Nearest, was doing, and wanted to work with him. So the Reverend who he was working with, let him work with Uncle Nearest, and he started working, understanding how to make whiskey, put it all together and everything. Yes, producing. And then Jasper Real left and bought like a plot of land that was literally down the block from where this guy was brewing and making whiskey and everything. And so back when slavery was abolished and the Civil War happened and all that jazz, he literally, Jasper Real literally went to Uncle Nearest, said, "Hey, I want you to come and be the guy who does the whiskey for us." And Jasper Real didn't like his name, so he changed. He didn't like it, so he went with Jack Daniels. And so Uncle Nearest taught Jack Daniels how to brew, and then after a long time, where Uncle Nearest actually was first brewing, creating this whiskey, Jack Daniels bought that land, and that's where Uncle Nearest whiskey is now being made at and everything. And it's
all under the Jack Daniels umbrella.
No, it's
so. This is how. So Uncle Nearest is
it still African Americans?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was so. How we heard about
his
this
whole entire family, they're his descendants.
Yes, and they brew it. So let's give it a shot, and then I'll just kind of clean this up for us real quick, and then we can move on.
I was kind of all over the place.
But so Uncle Nearest was the guy who taught Jack Daniels how to brew fucking whiskey, and
like a brother Jack Daniels.
it does have a little bit of a Jack Daniels vibe to it.
It does. I mean, it's got to, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. It's a little bit more. It's definitely a little bit stronger.
Smoother though.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's
Definitely.
smoother. It's smoother than Jack.
Jack's pretty shitty though.
Yeah, Jack's terrible. But so Uncle
hate
Nearest was the guy who inspired Jack Daniels how to fucking make whiskey. Jack Daniels is now a but yeah, and it just we're not a fan of that stuff. It's good if you like it, you love it, go for it. Like for us, that's when you were in college, you were drinking, you wanted a Jack and Coke. I get it. There's much better whiskey.
It's a mixer.
Yeah, it's much better whiskey. I would go with bourbon, or I would go with Bullet. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bullet more.
Bullet.
Yeah, it's over if I want to mix and drink. But yeah, we were listening to a podcast, and Uncle Nearest was the lady who is the CEO of this company.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about how Uncle Nearest's family came to her and asked her to help kind of get this going.
Mm-hmm.
And so Uncle Nearest's distant relatives are the ones who are brewing this recipe, and it's kind of picking up. And
I'd give it a solid 5 on the rating scale.
Oh yeah,
It's great. Nate literally his segments work at the distillery.
Yeah.
Now they literally bought the land that he was
I'd give it a 5.
distilling on.
Yeah. And so it's
I'd be
a great
interested
story.
to try the higher up versions of it.
Yeah.
Well,
this is a little bit better than
There's only a bunch of versions. There's like an 1856.
only a bunch of versions.
We did.
Only several
one-
versions. I apologize.
What is the one we had last weekend? Didn't we have one of those?
That was a
No.
few.
We had the few. Yeah, we had few. That was
No, we
we
had
had
2
the
weekends
two.
ago.
We didn't
The
have
only
whiskey
weekend
last
last week we had was
was
the
the Scotch we had with you, bud.
We never had
we had
1856 before?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
not
time.
Uncle Nearest 1856 though.
No,
There might be
Last
I'm sorry,
week we
what
had
did we
the.
have that was Uncle Nearest?
nothing.
Nothing.
This
This is the first one we had. We're looking at trying to get an 1821. That
Yeah,
they
we're
made.
trying, but we're
I
okay.
guess I remembered the name. Sorry, yeah.
Because we have talked. Me and Chris have talked about this.
I think it came up in some of my searches and
It's
Christmas
yeah.
for you guys.
There you go.
I think maybe
But
I've heard Chris
I would
say it.
definitely recommend it. I think it's got a great story to it. That's the real reason.
I think it would mix well with stuff too. If you're a mixer, you like to mix things. It would probably go well as like.
Oh, a little bit
If you want
cold.
to do an old fashioned with it, I think it would go well with that.
Yeah, it's got a nice bite to it. It definitely does.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth though overall.
So
But it is
overall,
smooth, which is nice.
let's go with probably 1 through. I mean, the Great Lakes was. I don't know what you guys think on the Great Lakes. I thought that was the Christmas now was really nice.
It's not my favorite thing.
It's-
It's not my style of beer though. That's why
It's a fruitier type beer, which was kind of surprising, but you're like, oh, this is Christmas.
I don't dislike it. I just wouldn't drink a lot of it. Probably.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Chris, what do you think?
I'd probably give it a solid 5.5, 6 on the 9 scale there that we got.
The testers were all good, and Uncle Nearest is good. I would definitely drink this again.
Oh,
We're definitely not putting a dent into this whiskey like we put into a bunch of our other, but we do have a crap ton on it.
We also did 3 other
Yeah.
trials before that too.
Yeah.
That is a little bit more. That's definitely got a little bit more bite to it. I like it.
Yeah.
Why don't we bring up our pick'ems for the week? We were one away. Fucking Seattle.
Seattle.
You came in thinking the Giants were going to do shit, and you got your asses kicked by a shit quarterback.
Looking like
Everybody in
a bunch of
Seattle
jabronis.
is like, you Max. You
It was at
son
home.
of
It was at home too. They were at fucking home.
the dog shit.
And they had back Colt McCoy. He was a fucking Colt McCoy at home.
We,
But you know,
We got props to hand out.
Props to hand out.
First of all, shut your mouth, Pat Lynch. I would like to talk to my guy, Joe, the money, Keneally.
Oh, who, me?
Baby boy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope you all made as much money as I did as a man with his
Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week.
Thank you, Fred. And then my buddy Chris. I heard this.
Chris Ronaldo sweating all day, baby, all day.
All afternoon from 12 to 3. And mind you, I was in the gym at 12 o'clock prepared sweating, and I was still sweating afterwards, hoping that calls would cover. And thank God Deshaun Watson in the center aren't communicating that well because they fumbled on the snap, and that ended the game.
Chris Ronaldo held down.
With a 6-point win.
Chris
All right,
held down
let's
his
get it
tighter than tight there.
Talk him through.
All right,
Kind of the lock.
so we got several games to go through here. Let's see what we got. We already missed the Los Angeles Charger game, Rams game, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, that would have been a great fucking cover.
Yeah, it would have been a good one. But next game, we got Carolina by 4 over Denver in Carolina. I think Teddy Two Gloves is playing that game, I believe.
Oh, Carolina versus Denver?
Yeah, in Carolina. I think Denver's quarterbacks are all off the COVID list at this point.
They were off the COVID list last week. I don't know.
Yeah, we got Dallas by 3
I'm not touching that one.
over Cincy in Dallas.
Go Keneally!
Sorry.
Lock of the century!
The Joe C.
Lock!
Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week
Where you going with
is
John?
on this one.
It's on
You got me.
Let me hear that repeated back to me.
Okay, so
I have what I think is going to happen.
all right, I'm gonna read it back to you, Joe. So
Okay.
the line is Dallas will win by 3 or more points in there in Cincinnati.
Against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Correct.
Okay. So they have to beat the
Dallas
Bengals?
has to win by 3 points or more,
Dallas has to win by 3 points.
or Cincinnati has to lose by less than 3 or win the game. If you want to put the JC Century Lock, whatever it's called.
The Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
Where are we at on this?
I'm feeling
He's
a lot of this
doing
whiskey
Dallas
right
and
now.
Cincinnati.
Joe's
No. Wait. I think I was going the other way.
You don't get committed. You want to think about it? We go through. You want to think about it, Joe?
Okay. No, I'm not talking about you, but
If you want to read the rest of the games, you can think about it and come back to it.
Joseph. Also, where you've made your money is you don't think twice. So if you think it twice,
well,
get the fuck out.
I think Dallas is going to lose this. That's what I think.
So you think Cincy will cover the 3?
What does that mean?
It means that they will either win or lose by less
If
than 3 points.
Cincinnati loses by 3 points or less or wins, Cincinnati is the right pick to make. Or Cincinnati is the cover.
This is what I think is going to happen. Cincinnati's going to blow them out of the water.
No, they don't have a quarterback, and Andy Dalton.
This is
pretty good.
you are going to question the joke really. Lock of the week here.
No.
Lock
He
of the
doesn't know that
century.
Andy Dalton has been on.
And it's Andy Dalton versus his old team.
Yeah.
I heard something about the coach of Dallas, though.
Oh, wow.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Can I read the rest of the games? We'll
Yeah,
come
let's
back to
go.
this.
Yeah.
Next game is Tennessee will win by 8 or more over Jacksonville. In Jacksonville.
No.
Miami or the
Fucking
Kansas
Fucking goddamn Brian Tannehill.
The Kansas City Chiefs will beat the Miami Dolphins by 7 points or more.
Woohoo! I got a tickle video on that.
In Miami.
I got a tickle video on this one because I think this is one game we should probably look at. Miami has covered in 7 of its past 8 games and is 18-6 against the spread since its Week 5 bye last season.
I also read
It's also 9-3 against the spread this season, the best cover percentage in the NFL. And Miami is 5-1 against the spread at home.
I have a Pat Lynch stat that I read earlier. I'm not sure if it's relevant, but that
good.
Kansas City, Coach Andy Reid is 9-1 against rookie quarterbacks in his career.
Oofa. Okay, well, let's move on then.
I'm not sure if that's relevant or not, but
that is pretty relevant.
Isn't Belichick pretty good against rookies too?
Yes.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's why you probably should have picked San Diego or fucking the Patriots over Los Angeles or San Diego last week.
Yeah. And
not Seattle.
All right, we got Arizona by 3 or more against the Giants in New York.
I have a decent tickle bitty on this one, but this one, what is it? What's the over-under?
It's Arizona by 3 on the road.
Oh, this could be good then, because the last time I seen it was Arizona was a 1-point favorite.
Here's the only thing though, the Giants did fuck our parlay up.
But the Giants are
Not that that means
8-2.
that
I think Seattle fucked up probably not the Giants.
The Giants are 8-2 against spread as an underdog this season.
Their offense
with 7 straight covers. Each of the last 3 times they've been an underdog, they've won outright, including last week is a 10.5 point underdog
I don't like
against Seattle.
The Giants are going to lose.
Here's what
New
they
York
want this
has
game.
covered 7 of its last.
Here's what they want
9.
this game though. Arizona needs this game if they want to stay in this division race because that division.
I don't think
division's rough.
I don't think Arizona is worried.
lose.
Are they going to lose by 3 or more though? Because the Giants can lose
They're
as long
playing
as
the Cardinals, right?
in New York.
The Cardinals. need
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't care about that. I
But
think
Arizona's
New York
going-
sucks so bad that
But
they-
Arizona's going cross country to New York.
Two,
They're going over
that's
3 time zones.
3, yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many time zones. Jeez, man, what statistic is
Damn,
that?
Joe's drunk over here.
I hate it. I do
He
get
doesn't
that,
like he gets
but
the time
I've
zone,
said
but
that
he doesn't
myself.
like it.
No, I get that. No, and that makes it.
It is a
very
real
good
thing
point.
in
Yes,
football.
it is.
Unfortunately,
It is.
like
It
it's
is.
my God,
It's
that's
so
a thing.
So we just keep going. Listen,
Next
let's not get buttered
next
down
game
here.
we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning by 7 or more at home against the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't like that either.
10 or more?
7 or more.
7.
I don't like that one either.
I got Brady is 46-19 against spread his career after a loss,
All right, why don't you-
including 4-0.
Tampa's also coming off a
As-
bye.
But including his statistics, Tom's are with Patriots.
Can I finish my tickle bitty? It says including 4-0 against the spread with Tampa Bay.
All right, go ahead, next one, please.
Houston by 2 or more over the Chicago Bears in Chicago.
I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
It's
I
going to be
said
some
skip
shit
this.
weather probably
I
tomorrow,
said
right?
skip this one.
I don't like that one either.
We got the Indianapolis Colts will win by 3 or more against the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas.
The Colts are 7-2 against spread in their past 9 games as a favorite, and Indianapolis is 4-0 against spread in its past 4 as a road favorite.
So you,
I don't like the fact.
so you give me these shit tittle bitties, and you don't like any of them. Fuck. All right, go ahead.
I don't like the fact. I feel like Las Vegas is going to screw us because
Joe's
of that
parlay
shit.
of the week,
Lock of the week. Of the century.
whatever it is. I don't know. Bengals are going to win over Dallas.
You usually do one.
Okay, no, go ahead. Listen,
This is separate from these line things.
Go ahead, go.
All right,
Stop my brother.
this is what I'm going to say right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Arizona's going to win over New York. Bengals are going to win over Dallas. And Colts are going to win over the Raiders.
Okay, so Colts over the Raiders, Bengals over Dallas, and what was the other one?
Arizona over
The Giants.
Joe does not do spreads.
the Giants.
Spreads in it, so
No. This is all three teams. I'll get that out when we get. Yes. All right. So Joe's is going with a Chris.
Just a win-win.
Joe's going with
parlay.
the 3-team Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Next game, do you want to double down on Seattle beating the Jets by 15 at home?
15? Holy shit.
I think well, here's the thing, though. Do you think they need it?
I mean, I got
They need the win.
I got tickle bitty on this.
That's a lot
Seattle
of
is the 7th team since 2010 to be a double-digit favorite. Immediately after losing outright as a double-digit favorite. Each of the previous 6 covered. So
I want that. I want redemption from Seattle. Seattle, I'm calling Pete Carroll tonight, and I'm saying, motherfucker, you fucked.
I'm gonna call Russell, baby. I need some points for my fantasy team.
So we're doing Seattle.
That's a bad choice.
We
got the Green Bay Packers to beat the Lions in Detroit by 9 or more.
I like this one.
I guess
Green Bay is 5-1 against teams with losing records this season. Detroit is 0-3 against the spread against teams with
also
winning
Detroit
records
barely
this
beat the
season.
fucking Bears, and the Bears suck something awful.
Okay.
I like that
So that's 2. So Seattle, Green Bay.
We already had, or
I
missed one. I might have missed one.
Wait, no, I didn't. That's what
I thought we're doing Joe's, or you're just throwing Joe's in a separate.
Oh no,
Joe's up by the spread.
That's my thing. I don't know what these spreads are. I'm just saying he's going to win.
Just you talk numbers. I don't understand these things. All right, we got the Atlanta Falcons to win in Los Angeles against the Chargers by 1 point or more.
I picked Atlanta because Los Angeles is coming off a 45-0 loss. Since 2015, teams coming off a 40-point loss are 0-6-1 against the spread.
Okay.
And since the start of last season, Los Angeles won 5 against the spread in the month of December.
Atlanta's also played decent last couple weeks.
Green Bay, Atlanta.
Atlanta's played decent last couple weeks too. You got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Philadelphia. They need to win by 8 or more over the Eagles, who are starting
Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
I got since 2018, New Orleans is 17-5 against the spread on the road. And New Orleans is 4-0 against spread in its past 4 games against a team with a losing record. And New Orleans has covered 5 straight games.
I think 8's a lot of points, my personal perspective. But I'm not opposed to it.
I'm good. Wait, is Jason Hill starting?
Jalen Hurts.
No, but I'm sorry for
Taysom Hill.
Is he?
I believe so. I don't think Drew Brees is back.
They weren't sure if he was playing or not.
I haven't heard anything about Drew Brees starting this week.
Okay, let's skip. Okay, so we're still got only 3.
The next game is the Washington football team travels to San Francisco, or wherever the hell they're playing the game.
They're playing in Phoenix.
In Phoenix. They're going to Phoenix, evidently.
They're playing in Arizona.
They're playing in Arizona. The San Francisco Arizona Cardinals, or 49ers, 3-point favorites over the Washington football team. At home, kind of home.
I wouldn't touch that one.
Yeah, I don't like that one either. No, this game I like even less. You got the Buffalo Bills at home against Pittsburgh. Buffalo is a 2-point favorite. Pittsburgh's playing their 3rd game in like 15 days, roughly, right?
Is that what it is?
I think it's roughly. They played on Monday. They played on like a Wednesday.
They played a Monday.
They played a Wednesday, a Sunday, and now they're playing on a Sunday.
No, they played a Wednesday, a Monday, and now they're playing Sunday night.
Who's that?
Pittsburgh.
Who are they playing?
Buffalo. And Buffalo's
Buffalo. Take Buffalo.
Buffalo's a 2-point favorite.
I like it. I'm good with it.
On here, it's a 50-50 pick-up of it.
Okay.
So we're taking
Buffalo. So
by
it's
2 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Next game, last game of the ones we can go back, obviously. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite over Cleveland in Cleveland.
Buffalo.
Cleveland is deceptively not that terrible.
Cleveland sucks against the AFC North, though.
They're really bad against Baltimore and Pittsburgh, too.
Wait,
Cleveland is 0-4 against AFC North opponents this season against spread.
Wait, who?
Cleveland is 0-4 against spread against AFC North opponents this season.
Cleveland, really?
Yeah, they suck ass.
Cleveland. Okay, let's go Baltimore then. I'm okay with that.
Baltimore to cover.
3 points?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, let's do. All right, so who do we got? We got. Sorry, so this is getting a little awkward on the podcast because
we're choosing. We're not going with the Joe Keneally lock of the century, lock of the month, week, whatever year.
Yeah, we're not picking a Joe Keneally one this week. We're giving you 3 separate Joe Keneally.
All right, so we have.
I'll read about it. We're gonna go with Seattle by 15 or more, Green Bay by 9 or more.
Oh,
Atlanta win by 1 or more.
I'm sorry to cause such a controversy.
Buffalo win by 2 or more. Baltimore by 3 or more. And that's the 5
What's the one before Baltimore?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's the right
Let's
there.
do it. So I feel great about this. And then we got Joe's lock of the week. It's going to be Cincinnati over Dallas. It's going to be
Indy
over New York.
Vegas.
Over Vegas. And then who's over New York?
Whoever's playing the Giants is going to beat the Giants.
Who's playing
Arizona Cardinals.
So, and I'll tweet these all out. So they'll be out tonight. You're just hearing this on the podcast. We're going to be a little bit later than that.
That's all it for tonight, right?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel like we've accomplished a lot here tonight. There's a lot of fucking alcohol drinking.
There's a rough week in pick'ems.
Yeah, it was tough. It's been a lot. Listen, we're getting closer to the end of the year. I hope everybody's getting their Christmas shopping done. Looking forward to the holiday season. Thank you again for listening. Let's pour a little bit of fucking. Everybody got a beer. Let's do one last cheer. Get the hell out of here. We gotta order that Uber. Have ourselves a nice. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. But we're gonna have a good steak tonight. We're about to go party it up. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out on all apps: Twitter, Instagram. Email Pat Lynch at the Gmail account.
Fight Eagles, fight. Bye.